Hi everyone, today is a very special day because I have one of our US partners, Ben Froling, here with me. He went all the way to visit us at the Loxone campus, so a warm welcome from my side.
Thank you.
So nice to have you here. So I want to know more about yourself and your business, so tell us.
Yeah, so my business, I come from New Hampshire, which is north of Boston, and I've started in the commercial boilers with large boilers, doing controls and oversight, and then moving, as I learn more about the Loxone system, moving into control of more residential and commercial, but just mostly expanding the control to more things in the system and in the ecosystem of the house. Mm-hmm.
Perfect, thank you. How did you hear about Loxone?
Mm-hmm. I heard about Loxone initially from someone who came from Austria to help set up one of the big boilers. Mm-hmm. And he was showing on his phone the data from his system, as well as on his computer how easy it is to set up. And I was very impressed by it. And at the time there was no oversight of our systems that we had, and we were having a lot of trouble with the boiler goes out and we don't know, and nobody's there to look at it. And so we had a high demand for a product like this, and there was no product on the market that was so flexible as to adapt to this boiler without strong, expensive expertise. And then that would make a very confined system that can only do that boiler. And so I saw the Loxone, and we tested it out and were very impressed by it, and then continued moving forwards with that. Mm-hmm.
So the openness was one of the benefits you saw?
Yeah, absolutely.
Using the Loxone system. Mm-hmm. Cool. So on the same note, when you compare Loxone to other systems, what kind of benefits do you see, or what differences?
I think that the biggest difference is that the Loxone system can do much more than anybody else. So I work in factories where they have another competitor's PLC, and it can run a motor, but it can't turn on a light or off a light. And so then they have to get a new adapter to turn on and off the light, and a new PLC with a new programmer. And this kind of thing makes it extremely complicated. And then when one thing gets unplugged, the whole system fails, and nobody knows how to work on the whole system. And so it becomes extremely expensive, and it doesn't work as easy as the Loxone. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm happy that you think so. Let's see. How did the way you work change after you implemented the Loxone system into your business?
Mm-hmm. So before, we really didn't have any of this work. So that is the biggest change. But I love that the Loxone system can be so repeatable in installations, with the templates and things like that. And so even the first time setting up a boiler or a pump system or anything like this is challenging to get established. And then the second time and the third time, it's incredibly quick, and you just copy over the program, and you can be installed significantly faster than anybody else. All the other controls companies are doing everything fully programmed every single time. So when I come in, I can do it. And
So you can do more projects in less time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the first thing you said was that it provided more business opportunities for you. Is that correct?
Yeah, so with the Loxone control, we obviously started with the boilers like I've been talking about, but then I've had people coming to me wanting their hydropower controlled, for example, or simple things such as energy monitoring and monitoring status of building positions and stuff like this. Yeah.
So previously you talked about the ease of programming with the templates and stuff. Do you have specific other features that you really like about the Loxone system?
I think there is a lot of features that are excellent. I love the the simple ease of use of the blocks that other systems have similar, but not as refined and not as simple.
So in this case, you're talking about the config and the function blocks?
The function blocks and config with the heating control of the boiler, control of the valves. It takes 5 minutes to set up a whole house if you know exactly what you're going to do. And I think that is the strong suit that I see with Loxone.
Okay. For your business, do you use the app at all? Does that help you in any way?
Yeah, I use the app, and the biggest thing in the app that I use is the system configuration to display all of the things on one common page. And this is something that the customers really appreciate, because they get to see all of their data on one thing and they don't have to navigate around and look at other things. So the ease of use is incredibly powerful.
Perfect. Do you have any secret of becoming successful with Loxone as a business?
No, I don't really have a secret. I guess the secret is just to use the system and to learn more about it. And every day that I'm working more with it, I'm learning more about the capabilities, and working with the technical support that you offer is incredibly helpful to show those capabilities very quickly. And that is, I guess the secret is just to continue doing it. And it seems that every time I go and install a system, I get 1 or 2 more people saying, "Oh, actually, could you do this for me as well?" So, there's a lot of demand for this kind of thing, and a lot of flexibility with the system.
I love to hear it. Yes. So when you talk to your customers, is there any argument that you usually use, or a couple arguments that help you with the consultation? I don't usually have to have an argument at all. Usually the customer is coming to me saying, can you figure out a way to do this? I have only a few projects that I have approached them with, if we're looking with a competitor, approach them and say, well, I think that this offers more flexibility and I can control more things. I guess the biggest thing is that I can do it quicker. Okay. So you can basically offer them more with just one installation and do it faster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good argument to have. So what is your experience with integrating third-party devices, if you have any?
Yeah. I have lots of third-party devices. That's mainly what I do, is integrate third-party devices. In the US, we don't have the same standard devices as in Europe, which Loxone is really designed for. And so a lot of it is integrating with Modbus or even RS-232 extensions. It's can be complicated the first time, and then after that, it becomes quite easier to do it once you understand what you're doing. And the integration is simple once you understand it.
Perfect. Amazing. So before I let you go and enjoy and experience the Loxone campus, I have one more question. If you were talking to any type of installer, planner, because Loxone doesn't only do HVAC, but we also do audio, lighting, shading, the full range of building automation. If someone was on the fence of going with Loxone or learning about Loxone, what would your advice be, or what would your counter argument be?
I would say to experience a little bit, look around at the documentation and watch some of the videos that are out there on Loxone, and see that capability that you're talking about how flexible the system is.
Amazing. Well, Ben, thank you so much for your visit. I love to have you here, and we'll definitely have some drinks at the Glorious Bastards later. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Come back later for more partner videos, and I can't wait to see you next time.